just came back from a video shoot with Taylor Huffman. She's a real estate agent here in the Thurmont, Emmitsburg area and very successful. And so I'm going to put this together and I'm going to use the Synchronized Clips. I use 3 cameras, and this is one of the clips here. This is one of the clips here. I'm just selecting them. And this is the 3rd clip from the 3rd camera. And I'm probably going to only end up using 2 of these, but I just did 3 just to have some redundancy. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to synchronize clips. Taylor stand up, call that, and say OK. Those are synchronized. Now here's the clip. I'm going to bring this down into my timeline. And all 3 clips are together right now. I'm going to get to the beginning here.
Hi.
Okay, and actually we had a false start, so we probably will be starting later. Let's see here.
My office is based out of Frederick, Maryland. I serve all of Frederick, Washington, and Carroll counties here in Maryland. I have been in the business just about 6 years, and I enjoy helping buyers and sellers either buy or... Gosh, that was rough. That was rough. Should I elaborate more than that or leave it basic?
We're going to trim off this false start here in a second. Start with a fairly basic intro because we're going to do an out and a wrap up started here.
Okay.
Just something like that.
Should I give the actual address, like 14531? Okay. Hi, I'm Taylor.
Okay, so we're going to bring it to here. I think this is the real start. Okay, so we trimmed off all that other excess, and I'm not gonna worry about the ending, the excess in the ending, right now. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to break these clips apart. I'm going to go to clip, break apart clip items. And yes, you can use the multicam editor to do this, but I just, especially with just 2 or 3 clips, I just find this to be easier for me. Maybe it's because of the way I started out, but anyway, I just like doing it this way. And this is the clip that we're going to use the audio for. So right away, I'm going to detach the audio. It's going to put the audio down below. And now I'm going to zero out the audio on these other clips that I know I don't want that audio. And then this audio, I'm going to adjust the level on it down to -6 or so. I think that's going to sound good. Now let's see what this sounds like.
This property has a lot of great features. It has 4 fireplaces.
Great. And I'm using the Sony wireless mic that goes on the multi-interface hot shoe on the Sony A7S, and that's wirelessly connected back to the camera from the little tiny transmitter that's behind her back that you can't see. And I've got a giant squid lavalier mic pinned on her. So that's how we're getting audio. So I like this. I like the wide shot because it's showing a lot of the house. So let's take a look here.
Hi, I'm Taylor Huffman, and I'm with Long & Foster Real Estate. I help...
All right, so about right there, I'm going to cut to the close shot for a little bit. All right.
Real Estate. I help buyers and sellers purchase and sell their dream homes. We are currently on Sixes Bridge Road in Emmitsburg, Maryland. It's a beautiful area with the Monocacy winding through most of the land. We're at a 1800s stone farmhouse. It's 40-mile-per-hour winds and raining outside, but the stone walls are so thick that it's well insulated and you can't hear a thing. This property has a lot of great features. It has 4 fireplaces that are all able to be used.
I'm going to go ahead and cut to the close shot again here and run that for a little bit.
That are all able to be used. It also has a great view of the Monocacy River. There's a 1-acre pond on the property, and it's stocked for fishing, and it used to be known as Castle Farms. Castle Cheese Company was a dairy company that produced sour cream, ice cream, and fresh buttermilk. It was known to the locals, and unfortunately, the business was closed over 40 years ago. There's quite a bit of history to this property, and it's absolutely beautiful.
Now talk about the grounds a little bit.
Okay.
All right, so what I'm going to do is where we're kind of talking about it here, I'm going to leave this in for now, because once I get this as my A clip, I'm going to then cut out the parts that I don't need and then do some B-roll cutaways to kind of hide that. So I'm going to keep going here, and then later I will cut out these parts that we don't really need.
Okay, like what's actually here?
Does it actually abut the river? Mm-hmm. Talk about
it. Does.
That.
Okay. This is terrible. I think it has 11 acres.
This is where we had a couple of false starts, and I'll cut this out.
Point.
Once I combine everything together, I'll cut these out.
I was going to say, is that 13?
More than 10 acres.
I was going to say, it's just over.
Right up to the river.
Okay, perfect. That's terrible that I froze. Okay. This property has just over 10 acres. It adjoins to the Monocacy River, where there is a beautiful fire pit where you can enjoy the days and evenings sitting by the river. It also has...
Start that over and say the acreage. Don't say how many acres.
Okay.
Because it'll sound better. Just say the acreage goes right up to the river.
Perfect.
And
okay.
Roughly how many feet on the river does it have to be?
We never did measure it.
Significant, right?
Yes, it's the whole length of the property.
Yeah, significant
river frontage.
Okay. Yeah, do it like that. Go ahead.
Perfect. This property has...
Okay, so at 2 minutes and 10 seconds, that's where she kind of started. So I'm going to put 2 minutes and 9 seconds here on my notes, just so I'll remember that. And we'll keep going.
Has significant river frontage along the beautiful Monocacy River. You can sit down by the river and either fish or relax. Oh gosh. Have a picnic, thank you. Okay, so just start over and say that, okay. This property has a lot of acreage.
Okay, so there's another start at 2:28. So I think that's our real start, 2.28.
This property has a lot of acreage bordering the beautiful Monocacy River. You can sit down by the river during the day or evening and enjoy a picnic or even fishing. I don't know what else to talk about.
Okay.
Should I go more into the history separately about the property?
Let's do a wrap up.
Okay.
So let's check out the wrap up.
State in all of Frederick, Washington, and Carroll counties in Maryland. I help both buyers and sellers purchase and sell property in .com/Frederick Realtor.
Okay, so let's do a cut.
Okay, sure. I sell real estate in all of Frederick, Washington, and Carroll.
Okay, so let's do a cut right here to the other camera while we still got it here.
And sellers purchase and sell property in the area. My website for more information is www.taylorsellsmaryland.com, and my phone number is 240-315-8133. I'm always on top of technology, so you can also find me on Facebook at facebook.com/Frederick Realtor. Thank you, and I look forward to talking to you.
Okay, and
how should I actually word that?
One more thing.
Sure.
To see a lot of photos, check
of
the
this
link
property
in the description of this video.
Perfect.
Link to the photos. Go ahead.
To see more pictures and a virtual tour of this property, click the link in the bottom of this. Sorry, is it a video? In the description.
The description for this video will have a link. To
okay.
photos. Yeah.
Perfect. The description of this video will have a link to more pictures.
Okay, so I think we're going to kill this clip here. We don't need it. We didn't use it. Uh-oh. Undo, delete. Oh, boy, I really deleted too much there. How come I can't delete just this clip? Oh. I just noticed that I can't do that. Okay, so let's just take that out of the picture. All right, so let's make sure the wrap up is here.
Beautiful property.
All right, so right there's the wrap up. A nice smile, and then I'm going to go here. And I'm going to just let that, whoops, that fade just up there.
And the virtual tour of this beautiful property.
All right, so now I got to kill a little more of that, so that's not in the picture.
Property.
All right, good. I don't like the way her eyes shift at the end, so let's just take that right off of there. The shifted hair.
Full property.
Perfect. Ooh, a little shift at the end. Let's take that out.
Property.
Perfect. Okay, so now what we got to do is, now that I've got my camera angles and all the way I want them, I'm going to select all here. I'm going to make a compound clip. So now all that's together. Now all I need to do is cut out the parts that I don't want.
Ice cream, and fresh buttermilk. It was known to the locals, and unfortunately the business was closed over 40 years ago. There's quite a bit of history to this property, and it's absolutely beautiful.
Okay, so I'm going to cut there. And then I've got to find where the start was. I think I said 2 minutes 28. So let's go to 2:28 roughly. Here we go.
This property.
Okay, so let's take it right there. And let's delete that out. See what we got.
And it's absolutely beautiful. This property has a lot of acreage bordering the beautiful Monocacy River. You can sit down by the river during the day or evening and enjoy a picnic or even fishing.
Okay, so then we're going to cut there. And then I think we start again here.
I sell real estate.
Okay. And take this out.
Or even fishing. I sell real estate in all of Frederick, Washington, and Carroll counties in Maryland. I help both buyers and sellers purchase and sell property in the area. My website for more information is www.taylorsellsmaryland.com, and my phone number is 240-315-8133. I'm always on top of technology, so you can also find me on Facebook at facebook.com/Frederick Realtor. Thank you, and I look forward to talking to you.
Okay, so we're going to break there. And then...
Perfect. To see more pictures and a virtual tour of this property,
okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do is...
picnic or even fishing. I sell real estate in all of
Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this clip here in here. Okay.
Or even fishing. To see more pictures and a virtual tour of this property, click the link in the bottom of this, sorry, is it a video? In the description.
Okay, that was a false start too. Okay, so.
Okay, perfect. The description of this video will have a link to...
Okay, so what I'll do is I will go to that as my starting point in the clip.
Even fishing. The description of this video...
I don't need that little breath there. Take that out.
Fishing. The description of this video will have a link to more pictures and the virtual tour of this beautiful property. I sell real estate...
Okay, so let's get that black part out of there.
Beautiful property. I sell real estate in all of Frederick, Washington, and Carroll counties in Maryland. I help both buyers and sellers purchase and sell property in the area. My website for more information is www.taylorsellsmaryland.com, and my phone number is 240-315-8133. I'm always on top of technology, so you can also find me on Facebook at facebook.com/Frederick Realtor. Thank you, and I look forward to talking to you. Okay,
so that's a good base. Now I can do some cutaways with some of the B-roll clips that I have here that I shot with the RX100 Mark IV. So let's see where we want to do those cutaways.
Hi, I'm Taylor Huffman, and I'm with Long & Foster Real Estate. I help buyers and sellers purchase and sell their dream homes. We are currently on Sixes Bridge Road in Emmitsburg, Maryland. It's a beautiful area with the Monocacy winding through most of the land. We're at a 1800s stone farmhouse. It's 40-mile-per-hour winds and raining outside, but the stone walls are so thick that it's well insulated and you can't hear a thing. This property has a lot of great features.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and cut away right there. Start cutting away to some of the features.
This property has a lot of great features. It has 4 fireplaces that are all able to be used. It also has a great view of the Monocacy River. There's a 1-acre pond on the property, and it's stocked for fishing, and it used to be known as
Just putting these B-roll clips in here so we can get them in. Hide a couple of these. I'm going to hide a couple of these jump cuts here. Let's see what we got here now.
Castle's Cheese Company was a...
Oh, that moved a little bit on me. Let's do a little stabilization on that. This was a handheld clip, so I'm going to go ahead and stabilize that. Let that stabilize real quick and see what we got. All right, that's stabilized.
And it used to be known as Castle Farms. Castle's Cheese Company was a dairy company that produced sour...
I'm going to take that clip out. It was too shaky.
And it used to be known as Castle Farms. Castle's Cheese Company was a dairy company that produced sour cream, ice cream, and fresh buttermilk. It was known to the locals, and unfortunately the business was closed over 40 years ago. There's quite a bit of history to this property, and it's absolutely beautiful. This property has a lot of acreage bordering the beautiful Monocacy River. You can sit down by the river during the day or evening and enjoy a picnic or even fishing. The description of this video will have a link to more pictures and the virtual tour of this beautiful property. I sell real estate in all of Frederick, Washington, and Carroll counties.
All right, I'm going to start putting some lower thirds down right here. So let me get, I'm going on one of my other monitors here. You can't see this because I'm only capturing one monitor, but I'm going to her Facebook just to confirm that it's Frederick Realtor. Yep, that's what she's got. Okay, so I'm going to put a lower third here. Go to my text, and I like to use these just very standard lower thirds. And let's run this one from the beginning of that clip. And I'm going to put her name. Taylor Huffman. And I'm going to put Facebook.com / Frederick Realtor. All right. And then I'm going to put another lower third for her number, phone number information, and her website. So.
And sell property in the area. My website for more information is www.taylorsellsmaryland.com.
Okay. TaylorSellsMaryland.com. Yep, TaylorSellsMaryland.com. That's exactly how she has it. Let's see what phone number she gives out.
sellsmaryland.com, and my phone number is 240-315-8133.
Okay. So we'll put that here. We'll put phone. Let's see if there's anything else she gives out.
.com, and my phone number is 240-315-8133. I'm always on time.
Okay, let's go ahead and extend that on out. And let's go ahead and make this line here a little smaller, just as this will balance out a little bit better with the phone number. And then I'm going to put towards the beginning here my little thing, my little plug. Video by Frederick.com, and I'm going to put .com/Frederick County, and that balance is pretty good. Just make this a little bit smaller. There we go, and let's see where I'm going to put that.
Hi, I'm Taylor Huffman, and I'm with Long & Foster Real Estate. I help buyers and sellers purchase.
I'm going to put it on the wide shot, so I think the wide shot starts about in here.
We're at a 1800 stone farmhouse. It's 40-mile-per-hour winds and raining outside, but the stone walls are so thick that it's well insulated and you can't hear a thing. This property has a lot of great.
Okay, and then I'm going to put one more little tag at the end, and then I'm also going to do a separate version of this video where I do a few pan and zooms for the video that I'm going to export in 1080p. This is all 4K, so this one I won't do any pan and zooms, but after I export this one, which is going to take a little while to export, so I won't bore you with me doing that, then I'm going to add some pan and zooms, and I'll go ahead and resume this recording when I do that, so you'll see how I do that, and then I'll export a 1080p version of this video to then put on Facebook. So right now I'm just going to pause the recording, then I'll export this, and once it's exported I'll resume and show you the adding the pan and zooms. So let's pause this recording. Okay, so I think I've resumed my recording now. And so what I'm going to do now is just add a few pan and zooms. Whoops, before I export this thing in 1080p, I'm going to add a few pan and zooms using the Ken Burns effect. Just because we've got this 4K clip and we got this extra real estate, we might as well do that. So what you got to do is determine where you want to do your pan and zoom, from what point to what point, and then cut that part out so it's a separate clip, and then you can apply the zoom. So let's take a look at this wide shot first here, see how long it holds.
Hi, I'm Taylor Huffman, and I'm with Long & Foster Real Estate. I help buyers and sellers purchase and sell their dream homes. We are currently on Sixes Bridge Road in Emmitsburg, Maryland. It's a beautiful area with the Monocacy winding through most of the land.
Okay, let's do a pan and zoom on this part here.
Real estate. I help buyers and sellers.
Okay, let's start about right here. And let's go to
area with the Monocacy winding through most of the land.
Let's go to just prior to that cut. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this clip and click on this little tool here and click on Ken Burns, and then I'm going to bring the end point in a little bit more and down just a hair more so we get some of those. Let's go ahead and leave a little bit of the window in the shot. And let's bring it in a little bit more above the microphone. So that's still going to be a 1080p portion. So I'm going to say OK. So let's see what we've got here.
I help buyers and sellers purchase and sell their dream homes. We are currently on Sixes Bridge Road in Emmitsburg, Maryland. It's a beautiful area with the Monocacy winding through most of the land. We're at a 1800 stone farmhouse. It's 40-mile-per-hour winds and raining outside.
Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it on one of these B-roll clips like this one here. I'm going to do a pan and zoom on that just to kind of mix things up. Add the Ken Burns. Let's go in a little bit more. Let's not overdo it on this one. And say done. So that one will pan in.
Used. It also has a great view of the Monocacy River.
Okay.
There's
And again, that pan will be smooth once it's processed. Then this one will leave the way it is. This one will leave the way it is. And then this one, we'll do a pan in on this one. Okay, and we'll do that one just a small pan in. Right, and then this one, we'll skip the pan in on that one, and then this one we will pan in on those windows. So Ken Burns, let's pan it in a little bit more and leave a little bit of that beam, and done. Okay, then here let's do a real slow pan. See here.
My for more information is www.taylorsellsmaryland.com, and my phone number is 245.
Right, starting about right here. Let's do a slow pan in.
Top of technology, so you can also find me on Facebook at facebook.com/Frederick Realtor. Thank you, and I look forward to talking to you.
Okay, so we'll do a slow pan for this whole section here. We'll pan in and pan in up to her hands and right to about right there. Yeah, I think that'll look good. Okay. All right, so we added those pan and zooms, and then what I'll do is I'm going to export that video, and this way I'm going to have two versions of this video. I'm going to have a 4K version without any of those pan and zooms, and then I'm going to have the 1080p version, which we're going to put up on Facebook because Facebook doesn't support 4K anyway. So we're going to put the 1080p version up on Facebook, and it'll have these little pan and zooms in there just to add a little bit of something to them. So that's what we've got, and you know where you'll be able to see the video. You'll be able to see it on my Facebook page, and then of course on Taylor's page, which is facebook.com/Frederick Realtor. Frederick Realtor. Yeah, and she also has a page, Realtor Taylor Huffman, facebook.com/Realtor Taylor Huffman, for her actual real estate page. We didn't put that URL in there, but anyway, you can get to that from her Facebook page. So check it out, and thanks for watching. I hope this might have been helpful to some other businesses that want to put something similar to this together and not spend a whole lot of time on it. My total editing time on this can't have been more than 30 minutes. Taking out my explanation time here. So it's a pretty quick process. So yeah, I'll go here to File, Share, 1080p, and then we're going to go ahead and share that one. And once that's shared, I'll go ahead and upload that. I'm already uploading the 4K version to my YouTube channel right now as we speak. It's currently uploading. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channels and like me on Facebook, follow me, whatever, friend me, whatever you want to do. I'm Craig Shipp, CraigShipp.com. Thanks.